Okay, this is my 2013 Silverado, smoke and burning oil, both sides of the hood. I'm trying to get to the dealership as fast as possible. I'm a soldier in the Army. I gotta roll these windows down. It's coming in the cab. Oh man. But I'm in the Army and I'm missing more work. This truck's been in the shop 5 times this year alone, and several times before that, but it's got over 30 days in the shop as I'm speaking now. I want this truck replaced. I've been, I've owned a couple of other different vehicles, but primarily I've been a loyal customer from Chevy, or for Chevy, for a very long time, and if they don't remedy this once and for all and replace this truck, I want to be driving a Ford. That was never intended. I like Chevy's trucks, but this is insane. This truck's a lemon. I've had oil pan issues, clear coat needed replaced from rail dust. The rear main seal, not the rear main seal, but the back plate between the Duramax and the Allison, there was a bad seal from manufacturer, caused by manufacturer defect. So it was leaking oil deep in the motor. Now it's obviously leaking oil again. I'm sitting here burning oil as we speak. I got an eye on my oil pressure. Watching it. Just keeping an eye. It's not low, but anyway, just kind of keeping an eye on my what I have to watch out for. And I parked it when it started doing this on my way to church yesterday, and I haven't moved it. I figured I would drive it straight to the dealership. But yeah, they're about to lose a customer if they don't fix this immediately. I want a new truck. This is insane. I would have already sold this lemon if I wasn't. Man, I just need to get rid of this thing. They don't need to turn around and sell it to someone else. This truck is an issue, and I brought it in for this reason, and they said they couldn't recreate the smoke. I said, well, just keep driving it. It's sure to start. Paid $50,000 for this pickup. Financed $50,500. The pickup that I had before that was basically the same truck. I took off down the road, and a transmission cooler started squirting transmission fluid all up under the undercarriage of the truck. It was smoking much like this, and when I called the dealer to say, hey, come and get it, and let's swap out for that white one I test drove, which is this one I'm driving, I had a hell of a time. It took me till midnight that night. Finally, after the owner of the dealership got involved, they swapped out trucks, but not before upcharging me for this truck that I'm in now. So I sat with a kid on the side of the highway at a truck stop for 5-6 hours with a brand new broken truck. And their first response when I called them, these are all Chevy authorized dealers, their first response was, that's between you and GM. And now the truck's humming. It wasn't doing this before I dropped it off last time. It's just upsetting. If this truck just worked, I wouldn't have an issue. I can't even get to work for an entire week without taking time off for this truck. I don't know if the sound is coming across from the hum is coming across on this video or not. course, none of this is being edited. I'm just on my way to the dealership trying to capture as I slow down when the smoke starts pouring out. Nothing planned. I didn't plan on saying anything other than I want my truck replaced, or I'm going to go to a Ford, switch to Ford, post this on YouTube. And if they don't honor their warranty, I hope that does damage their brand. This is insane. Yeah, you should be able to hear that now. Sounds like something to do with the front end, but I don't know. I mean, why would? As soon as I picked it up from them last time, I dropped it off when it was smoking. They said they couldn't reproduce it, and now I've got this humming coming out of the front. I just replaced the rotors within a year ago. Thought Flint, Michigan built trucks, not grew lemons. This is ridiculous. I've had my eye on that oil pressure gauge, so when I slow down and it goes down, when I go down to lower RPMs, I'll keep an eye on it. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't. I don't know what right looks like on this, but I'm trying not to let it go down below that. I guess that'd be 30. And I guess that would be measured in PSI. I'm not sure. Don't claim to know what I don't. I'm tired of breathing in burnt oil, though. I know that much. From a truck that I've babied, I've ran straight premium oil in this thing since I bought it. I mean, I planned on driving this truck for 20 years. I mean, for me, this was this truck came, you know, 7 years earlier than what I intended. I intended on buying a truck something like this when I retired. Well, I went ahead and bought it early. And I just took really good care of it and figured I would have it well into retirement from the Army. And that's just not happening. It's been a nightmare. I've spent more time at the dealership, even when the repairs weren't major. Like, I had a module that needed replaced in the dash. I don't know if it was a module or a harness. I had electronic problems. I had the roof marker lamps started flickering and going out. I had oil pan leaking two or three times an oil pan leaking. Then I thought it was a rear main seal leak. It was actually the back plate sealed to the motor. So is that worse? I don't know. It wasn't good. So they dropped the transmission in this thing. I get it back, and then it's smoking, and I get a low coolant message on the dash. I've had sensors going out on this thing for the junk the EPA forced them to put on it. It's hard to hold their feet to the fire on that, but then again, they engineered it. Check engine lights coming on. I mean, it's non-stop. I know these people at this dealership by first name basis, and it's not personal, but they need to get this thing they need to replace it. I'm done messing around with it. I want to contact an attorney today. And the only way Chevy ends up keeping me as a customer is if they honor their warranty and replace this truck, or give me cash for what it would be worth at its current mileage, without, if it were in mint condition, as if the motor had never been corrupted. If they gave me retail cash, what they would charge someone. But even then, I mean, that's not going to get me into a new truck. I'm going to be buying a used, someone else's problems. The idea behind me buying a new truck was that I at least my rationale was, I'll take that depreciation hit, but I'm going to buy down headaches in the future by making sure all the scheduled maintenance is done, making sure everything is taken care of in this truck. Spend the money now and not have to worry about transportation, and when I do occasional pulling, I can handle it well into retirement. Wasn't expecting it to be this much of a headache. I'll tell you what, if I pull in here and it stops smoking, they're still taking this truck. I'm not buying that. This is insane. It literally stopped smoking as I pull up to the dealership. It's still smoking. Low